This podcast is for entertainment and commentary purposes only. The views expressed by the hosts and guests are their own and do not reflect any organizations or affiliates. This show may contain adult language and mature themes. Listener discretion is advised. Portions of media may be used under fair use for commentary and criticism. Nothing discussed on this podcast should be taken as professional, legal, or financial advice.
Well, welcome. My name is JM.
What up, homies?
That's your cue to tell people who you are, but
you should know who I am.
Great job on feeling me out there, Digz. We're off to a great start already.
I don't feel out. I feel up.
Oh,
on you.
You are awesome tonight. You were just awesome tonight. We got breaking news in the Clean Sanchez Media Studio. Piper shit right next to Sanchez before we went live. I just want to make sure everyone was aware of that. It was a pretty entertaining pre-show, I'll say.
I don't know
what was funnier, was hearing how pissed off Sanchez's wife was, or just hearing Sanchez dry heave in the background. That one's gonna stay with me a while. What's up, everybody in chat? Welcome to episode 7 of the podcast. I see Toshi's in here, kicking wing. What's going on? Yeah, long day for me and Digz. We started our day. Oh, Digz probably started a little earlier than me, but Digz came over and woke me up at 6:30. We had to get on the road at 7. Drive up to Franklin, Mass for training for work. Did that pretty much all day. I had one job after that. And then, then I took Digz on a date after work. So.
Yeah, he did.
Yep. And, took him out on a date, and I didn't even get lucky afterwards. I brought him to his car. He just got right in his car and left. Can you believe that? I'll be back with you guys next week unless I'm fired. Digz was thinking about it. He actually said, he's like, you want to take bets on if he's going to be on the next episode? So a good thing we didn't take bets, because you would have probably lost. You would have probably lost.
You said that last week.
I'll be there. Did he say that last week?
Go bring up the tape.
I don't think he said that. But whatever. All right, so according to Toshi, he's going to be back on the podcast for episode 8. So we'll see what happens. But me and Digz got a kind of a thrown together episode for you guys today, and we'll get right into the local news to start everything out with. And it looks like this is coming out of Newport, Rhode Island. Sweet. This guy looks like a keeper. Sanchez, you get this picture? Oh, what, on Twitch? Oh, yeah. Good looking. Hold on one second, folks. Technical difficulties. Digz could be doing this stuff too.
All right, so from Rhode Island State Police have arrested a 27-year-old Newport man on multiple illegal weapon charges. After investigation says he made a violent threats on social media, authorities identified the suspect as Alexander Basto?
Bestoso?
Basesso, who first came to their attention in February. Hey, I just lost my place.
First came to their attention in February after the U.S. Treasury Department flagged what officials described as a concerning post on his X account. According to investigators, Bestoso shared anti-government rhetoric, racist views, videos of himself displaying a firearm which he claimed was a ghost gun. What the fuck is a ghost gun?
3D printed.
Oh, it was a 3D printed gun. Okay, this story's getting better already. Now I lost my place. Oh, in those videos, police say he openly argued that he had to come for him. He would respond with force. On Thursday, Rhode Island State Police, working with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, executed a search warrant on Bestoso's home on Morgan Street in Newport, as well as his vehicle. During the search, authorities say they recovered a fully loaded ghost gun, 6 large capacity magazines, an AR style rifle, a pistol, 2 lower rifle receivers, body armor, and additional equipment. This guy was ready for war, bro. Bestoso was taken into custody and charged with multiple offenses, including manufacturing and possessing a ghost or 3D printed gun and carrying a pistol without a license. He was arraigned later that day and is currently being held on $20,000 surety bail, whatever the fuck that means. Surety bail bond is a financial guarantee provided by bail bondsman, the surety to the court, ensuring the defendant's appearance. Anyway, so what I'm really grabbing from this is really the fact that, like, so you can 3D print a gun and it actually will, like, it's a lethal weapon. It works.
Yeah.
I did not know this.
It was a big thing a few years ago.
So how's the government trying to, like, control this? Because then that means you got a 3D printer right behind you. I mean,
yep.
So if you 3D printed a gun,
they don't know.
They won't know. There's no way to know. Or because I feel like what they're going to do is they're going to start, like, trying to get information off of everybody's 3D printer to make sure they're not fucking printing shit.
But all you gotta do is just name it a certain, change the file name. They're never gonna know. They're not gonna open up each and every file.
That's crazy, bro. Wow. So 3D printers just made this fucking country's gun violence issue way fucking more difficult. That's insane. Tosh said, "Don't give you any ideas." All right. So this next story.
Sorry, I was trying to look up how many arrests have been with ghost guns.
This next story is the smallest state just became America's most romantic escape. Rhode Island has been called a lot of things over the years, but now it's officially getting a new title, the most romantic state in America. This is fucking news to me. According to a new study highlighted by Travel and Leisure and reported by Fun 107, the Rhode Island topped the list for 2026 based entirely on traveler reviews. Visitors consistently use the word romantic when talking about hotels, restaurants, landmarks, and even nature spots across the ocean state. The numbers back it up too. About 173 out of every 100,000 hotel reviews mention the word romantic. Along with over 1,000 restaurant reviews and hundreds of comments about landmarks and parks, that actually puts Rhode Island's hotels about 50% higher than the national average for romantic mentions, while its state parks rank nearly 93% higher. So if you're thinking about a romantic getaway, you might not have to go far. The ocean state might just be the place. Now, I can understand parts of the state. I didn't know the parks were that popular. I mean, we got a lot of parks out here, but out of all of our parks, I mean, for the ones I'm thinking of, they are mostly clean and they're taken care. They're well taken care of. But did you ever think of the word romantic for the parks?
Rocky Point, yeah.
I have. So I still have not been to Rocky Point since they made that a park, and I know it's been a park for years now. But I think it's like, I don't want to go there and know that my childhood is completely gone. So for non-Rhode Islanders, and that's pretty much everyone in the chat. So when me and Digz were kids, like little kids, Rocky Point, we had our own amusement park, like with rides and shit here in Rhode Island. It was called Rocky Point. Well, the park went under. It sat dormant for years. When me and Digz were teenagers, we used to break into the park. We used to break into the property. We'd break into the old arcade. We'd break into the old haunted house. They still had like some of the shit there. It was mad scary, creepy.
The house is behind it.
Yeah, there was a bunch of shit. You could actually climb on the old roller coaster tracks and shit. We used to do all that dumb shit when we were kids. But dude, I remember the first time I broke into the fucking arcade, bro, and people were capturing like animals and sacrificing them in there and shit. It was the fucking scariest shit I've ever seen in my life, bro. Did you ever break in there and see that shit?
Yeah.
People were like catching fucking squirrels and fucking skunks and shit, and then like sacrificing them inside the old Rocky Point arcade, and like they had the fucking the whole fucking, what do they call it? The pentagram, yeah, in red on the fucking floor and shit. Oh my god, this shit was crazy. And then, you know, we'd go in there. You'd think breaking into the old haunted house was going to be the scary part, but no, you break into the arcade, you see that shit, you're like, we gotta get the fuck out of here because somebody's recently been here and recently did this shit, you know. I remember that like it was yesterday. We fucking ran the fuck out of there, jumped the fence, ran back to my buddy's car. We had to get the fuck out of there, bro. It was creepy.
Go at night. You'd be good.
And then I know I've seen pictures of it, but I haven't been to Rocky Point since they tore it all down, cleaned it all up, and made it a park. But yeah, I heard it's really nice over there. Don't they do like in the summer they do like they get like a blow up fucking.
They get a huge ass movie screen and big projector, and they do
like a movies
in the park.
They do movies in the park. A
bunch of food trucks coming.
Yep. Yeah, I've heard about it. I haven't been out there since they did that. That's been years ago.
That was my second date with my wife.
But what you can see here, though, on the picture that we got displayed, I mean, this would be the area of the state I would understand that they're calling romantic because, like, you know, the Newport mansions, you know, the amount of money that they maintain those properties, you know, the people get married there for multiple millions of dollars. Yeah, definitely, I can understand that being a very romantic area. Which is kind of funny because, like, me and Digz being locals, like, we know there's two versions of Newport. There's the tourist Newport that everyone's, you know, talking about, the most romantic area, nicest restaurants. There's another side of Newport that's like any other fucking city in the fucking country, and it's like it's right down the street, bro. Like, you'd be like, you'll be seeing all these nice like mansions and nice like 4 or 5 star restaurants. You'll see all the docks and all the nice boats out in the water, and then you go down the street and then you just see like a shitty fucking area. It's like that's they get the McDonald's and the Wendy's and the Burger King on that side. So, but that's cool. That's a cool little fact. I didn't know about that. That's a cool little article to hear. Weird. Didn't think that would have been us, but I can see parts of the state being called romantic.
Yeah,
just not when you think of the grand scheme of the state. I don't think of it that way. So,
but we'll also have different point of view then.
Yeah, I think because we live here, we look at it different. So they're obviously those reviews are off of a tourist's point of view. So yeah, but have you and Jody ever did anything romantic in Newport?
Quite a few things. We've done dinner out there. I brought her beaver tail for sunrise.
Okay. Nice.
What the hell was the other thing? We're going up there just to kind of dick around.
There's also you before the show started, you talked about trying to go to a brewery. They do have a banging ass brewery out there in Newport, though. I've been a few times. It's actually it's double. It's actually a winery and a brewery.
Nice.
It's a really nice property out there. They got a nice little. They don't do like a full food menu. They do like appetizers and shit. But yeah, they got a really nice brewery out there too.
You know the name?
Not off the top of my head. I know exactly how to get there, but I don't know the name right now off the top of my head. But yeah, you got anything else for local news?
To be honest.
We talked about it earlier at lunch. Potholes.
Oh yeah.
So, was it was last week we were talking about the snow and all that, the storm, how everyone was like freaking out about all these roads that weren't plowed yet. Like people were stranded for almost the better half of a week. And then you heard nothing but negative things about the state because they weren't hitting these roads and getting people unstuck and shit like that. Well, now the snow is not just removed; it's being very well melted and washed away because of our weather lately. We've had a day it was 60 degrees and sunny, and then we had today it was like 40 degrees and raining, and like so a lot of the snow is already gone. And
Surprisingly.
yeah, but that's also revealing more and more of the roads that were covered by snow. So now the number one complaint, especially in Providence, is the potholes. And I don't understand how we deal with this every winter. It's like, obviously, especially this year, when you got a record-breaking amount of snow, something that this state hasn't dealt with in a very long time. And you got all different types of equipment trying to help clear the snow out too. You got all different types of like commercial equipment pushing the snow and trying to get to the pavement. Of course they're going to tear up the road. Like how else are you moving this shit? So the same people that were complaining, get the fucking snow out of here, are the same people now complaining because they're popping their tire and hitting like 55 fucking potholes down one block. I mean, it's really like you cannot make Rhode Islanders happy. It's just funny to me. I mean, it's gonna happen. If you're gonna plow the street, you're gonna end up like building some fucking potholes. It's just gonna happen, and it's gonna take the city and the state a lot of time to get to all these potholes and figure out how to fill them. Or, some streets are so bad that they might even have to start thinking about scheduling, like tearing up the whole road and redoing the whole road. I know there's one specific road in Providence. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head, but it's like riddled. It's riddled with potholes now because after the storm, like you're talking like, how bumpy it is to go across the Newport Bridge.
Yeah.
All right, it's like the same, but it's all potholes.
Oh.
So you really you can't dodge them all. So when you're driving down this road, you legitimately have to make a decision. Do I just dodge the bigger ones and hit the smaller ones? That's really what you're doing when you're going down these roads. It's fucking terrible. So
that's just small ones, hit the big ones.
Right. You try to avoid the big ones. That's what I would
hit the big ones in your vehicle.
Well, actually, that's also why the state, the city of Providence is trying to get on top of it as fast as possible, because if you pop your tire on those roads and you pull right over, take pictures, and then put in an insurance claim, they have to pay. The city has to pay.
Really? I did not know that.
Yep. So people are purposely fucking nailing these things just to get like new tires and shit. People that can't afford like tires, they're like, fuck it, I'll have the state fucking give me some new tires. So that's pretty much what they're doing. So
hopefully that'll light a fire under their ass.
Yeah, they are trying to. It's just too much. They can't keep up with it. It's impossible. There's no way they're keeping up with it. Not at all. All right. We're gonna get into a little bit of sports. We don't have much today for sports, but we're gonna get into a little bit. And we're gonna start with Digz. That Digz. Wait.
Okay.
That Digz, not this Digz. That Digz. That's the one. Yeah, that guy. So it's official. The New England Patriots released Stephon Digz. It opens up $16 million in cap space for the Patriots going into the free agency in the offseason, which is great for the Pats. But what do you think about this, Digz? Do you think like it's really a matter of the money, the matter of his lack of performance in the postseason, or now that the season's completely over, do they just want to get rid of him because they don't want to deal with the whole court case with him strangling the chef allegedly and that bullshit? Because he's already went to his first court hearing about it, and he's got another one coming up, right?
April 1st was his first. Friday the 13th is his next.
His next one's on Friday the 13th. This guy's fucked.
He had some shitty ass luck with court date.
This guy is fucked. And in case no one realizes this, so he was accused of strangling his personal chef over a dispute over money that he owed her. And yeah, now he's facing charges over it. He's going to have to go to court about it. And they had to, his original court date was set for like the week of the Super Bowl or something, right? The week before the Super Bowl, something like that. And then as the Patriots got deeper and deeper into the playoffs, his lawyer was somehow able to talk the judge into allowing them to push that date till after the Super Bowl, so he could play in the Super Bowl and then go to the court date. So yeah, he got lucky with that. He was able to play in his first Super Bowl. We didn't win, obviously. So now it's up to now the Patriots are probably it's off season. We're looking into the new year, and they're probably looking at it from this point of view. It's like, okay, do we really want to pay this guy $20 million this year? Because that's what he would have got paid. And then they're going to still have to deal with the what ifs of this whole court situation he's in. So will these charges go away? Will he have to settle? Like, the Patriots don't want to sit around and pay a guy $20 million and hope for the best. They're just going to, cut ties, let the guy walk. And yeah, that's what it is. From the dungeon, yeah, that is Cardi B's baby daddy. So yeah, Stephon Digz officially released from the Patriots, and we'll see what happens with him. I did see I showed Digz this earlier. There was this funny reel on Instagram, and it started off mad legit. The guy was like, Stephon Digz officially released from the Patriots. Here is my top 5 landing spots for Stephon Digz. Number 1, prison. And then the video ended.
Do you think he'll get any time, or do you even think he'll be found guilty?
We'll see. I mean, I think if anything, that it just matters on the evidence, right? They have to prove it to be able to get him charged and see time. I think if it gets close to that, and his lawyers are scared, I think what will happen is they'll settle. So he's wishing he made that 20 mil this year, because fucking he's gonna be paying out some money if he gets to settle. I'll tell you that much. And fuck, between his child support payments, fuck, that guy's not. He should have just paid the goddamn chef. He should have just paid the damn chef, bro. All right. Also,
wanted more money.
Right. Also in NFL news, we have some trades that happened. Also, DJ Moore was traded to the Buffalo Bills. Now former Chicago Bears wide receiver DJ Moore traded to the Bills with a 2026 5th-round pick. In exchange, the Chicago Bears receive a 2026 2nd-round pick. So DJ Moore brings a much-needed veteran presence to the Buffalo offense, on top of having experience with the new Bills head coach Joe Brady. DJ Moore worked in Joe Brady's system back in the 2020 to 2021 season, when Brady was Moore's offensive coordinator, when they were both with the Carolina Panthers. So obviously, with the way the Bills exited the playoffs this year, they needed a weak receiver. It was obvious in that last game. They were hurting at the receiver position. They had a lot of injuries this year. They had a patched together receiving core, and it just, Josh Allen needed help. And I think with this move, Josh Allen gets much needed help, a veteran presence. And then I think what's also good is Josh Allen's going to have to get used to his new head coach's system. They bring in a guy that's already familiar with it to kind of, maybe even help Josh Allen a little bit get used to the system. So that's pretty cool. So I think this is a very smart move for the Bills. You give up a 2nd-round pick. Yeah, You could have hit a diamond in the rough in the draft this year with that pick, but you know what? Get the sure thing. Obviously, the head coach is comfortable with DJ Moore, so this makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, he got traded from one cold state to another. Yeah, very true. Very true. And also, the Bills will be playing in their new stadium next year, and they did not put a roof on it.
Have you seen the insides of it?
The Bills stadium?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
I haven't looked it up.
Oh yeah, it's fucking beautiful. It's it's definitely one of those new state of the art stadiums that's been built for the last decade, but it's not a full dome. So the snow, the weather, they still want that to be a factor, and it still will be a factor. They built this stadium more to try to protect the fans from the elements versus, you know what I mean?
So it's kind of a little more curved above.
Yeah, so I think the stands, the fans, they won't be as affected by the elements, but they kept it where, you know, the field's still going to be affected. So, yeah, still pretty cool. But all right, moving on. We got another trade also. The Houston Texans made a trade for the Detroit Lions backup running back David Montgomery. The Detroit Lions move back up running back David Montgomery to Houston in exchange for a 2026 4th-round draft pick, future 7th-round draft pick, and offensive line Juice Scruggs. And a lot of this trade was, I mean, I kind of saw this coming. Montgomery's snaps just kind of dwindled throughout the season because of what's his name? The emergence of Gibbs, the other running back for Detroit. Gibbs just, you know, showed out this season and kind of made himself stand out as the number one running back there in Detroit. So as the season progressed, you saw less and less Montgomery and more Gibbs. And it just seemed like Montgomery wasn't happy with that role. So I think because he wasn't happy, he let it known to the management and the coaching staff there in Detroit. They moved him out, and I don't think they did him any favors because now he's going to Houston and he's going to go back up Joe Mixon. So let's see how many fucking snaps you get backing that dude up. I don't know. We'll see what happens, dude.
Maybe you think he'll end up after?
Why, you think it's like a 1-year deal?
If he's depends on what his salary is. I don't see them just letting him sit there.
Well, he's definitely going to spell. I'm not going to say he's not going to play at all. And with that time he does get, can he emerge and earn himself some extra reps? That's really what the question mark is. It's not if he's going to sit there all year. It's when he does get the opportunities, can he excel? Can he prove that he needs more snaps? You know what I mean? And then by the end of the season, you look back at his performance. Is he worth a new deal? You know, does he play good enough for another team to look at him as a number one? I think that's really what it is. But at this point, you know, David Montgomery's been kind of like a journeyman running back. His best, in my opinion, his best years are behind him. But you know, we'll see. Anything's possible. And also, I just feel like Houston wanted him because they gave up a good amount for him. I mean, a 4th-round pick, a future 7th-round pick, and an offensive lineman. So they gave up a good amount for him. So I mean,
they probably see something we don't.
Right, exactly, and that happens a lot. Also, it could be a relationship with coaches there that used to coach him. Who knows? So that could be part of it too. All right, last NFL story. It is shocking to me that this happened this week. The Super Bowl MVP, the running back for the Seattle Seahawks, Kevin Walker III, he was not franchise tagged, and I'm actually surprised. I mean, that's literally a big part of why they won the Super Bowl. He had a great performance, good enough to win himself a Super Bowl MVP. But I guess it wasn't working out. They were trying to get a deal done, but both parties could not come to an agreement on a new contract, When that news leaked, I assumed they would just franchise tag him. But I'm guessing the Seahawks didn't want to do that based off of the number that franchise tag would have paid him. So when you franchise tag a player, I'm not positive on this. Someone might have to look it up. I think a franchise tag is like the average. It's like the average of the top three at the position. So he would have got a shitload of money for 1 year if they tagged him. And
they can only tag 1 year, right?
No, you can actually tag someone 2 years in a row.
All right.
It's the third year you can no longer tag them. But yeah, so crazy to me because the guy had a hell of a performance during the Super Bowl. He deserved the MVP award. Definitely deserved to hoist the Lombardi Trophy. Big part of the reason why that team won that game, and the Seahawks are going to let him walk out the door and test free agency. Wild to me.
Who do you think is going to be the biggest bite for him?
That's a good question, man. I really don't know what teams really need a running back. I'm sure there's a lot of them, but off the top of my head, I don't even know. I was just more shocked at the Seahawks because the Seahawks are going to have an opening for a running back now by letting him walk out the door. So that's why, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it was just a perfect fit, but I guess money became the issue. So I don't know. If I had time to prepare for this episode, like I should have, I probably would have wrote that down of like his top landing spots. But off the top of my head, I really can't think. I just know he will be one of the top sought after free agents in the free agency this year, definitely. So we'll keep an eye on that. And you never know. Sometimes these guys go to free agency and then do go back to the team they were originally on. Sometimes the teams let them test the waters. And if they can't find a better deal, they'll go back. So that's also a possibility. I'm not saying his time with Seattle is completely over. We'll see. Time will tell. Free agency's coming up, so we will see.
When's free agency start?
Next. So is it next week? That's a great question. Hold on. NFL free agency start. Yeah, it's next week, the 11th.
Okay.
So March 11th at 4 p.m. is when everything you can officially start signing deals. Actually, on the 9th is when they call the legal tampering period can begin. So that means on the 9th, I think around noon, they'll be able to actually contact players that are free agents and discuss terms with their agents, but they cannot sign or make anything official until March 11th at 4 p.m. So March 11th, March 12th, actually, yeah, I think it's So we're gonna be having a shitload of news for the NFL next episode because it's literally gonna be our episode's gonna be live in the free agency period. So it's gonna be an interesting episode next week.
No Tosh next week either.
Tosh is gonna have to be quick with that NBA section because my NFL section is gonna be fucking beefy. We'll see what happens though. But we do got one NBA headline here, and actually I did hear about this. This was actually funny. During the matchup between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Detroit Pistons, an unexpected expected technical glitch stole the spotlight when the game horn failed to go off for nearly 10 minutes. Players and fans inside Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse were left in a strange limbo, unsure of stoppages and transitions as officials scrambled to manage the situation manually. What's normally a background sound suddenly became the most noticeable absence in the arena, turning a routine regular season moment into a bizarre and memorable hiccup. And just seeing those people's reaction, like plugging their ears, like you know what's funny? Those buzzers are super annoying, but I guess you just tolerate it because they usually only last like a couple seconds.
Yeah.
And then but fucking 10 straight minutes, bro. I would have went to the bathroom or something. I would have been the fuck out of there. That concourse well, yeah, if you had kids there, you definitely want to take them out of there. Go to the concourse or something. But you know what's funny though? Well, not funny. It's probably more common than I know, but like especially younger kids, I see parents bring them to the games with with headphones like this or earmuffs to protect them from a lot of the loud sounds from sporting events. So that's pretty common. But I guess if you're bringing your like 12-year-olds to the game, you're not going to think to bring earmuffs for them because the fucking horn is malfunctioning for 10 straight minutes. But that was a stupid, funny moment in the NBA.
I gotta look up that clip.
Yeah, I saw it on Instagram Reels, but yeah, it was odd, very, very odd. All right, that was our only NBA headline for this week. We're gonna move on to the MLB, and then we're gonna get into DIGGZ's final cut. Jurickson Profar suspended 162 games for his second PED violation. Jurickson has been suspended 162 games without pay by Major League Baseball after testing positive for exogenous testosterone. I don't know if I pronounced that right. And it's metabolites. You're killing me, Smalls. Violating MLB's Joint Drug Prevention and Treatment Program. As a second-time offender, Profar's suspension is effective Friday and will not be stayed during appeal. He is also ineligible for the postseason in the World Baseball Classic. The Atlanta Braves will not owe him his $15 million salary this season. Oh, that hurts. That fucking hurts. The MLB Players Association plans to file an expedited appeal, according to Ken Rosenthal of The Athletic. The Braves released a statement expressing disappointment and reaffirming their support of MLB's drug program. Profar previously served an 80-game suspension last year. He signed a 3-year, $42 million contract with Atlanta in January of 2025 after playing just 4 games before his first suspension. He returned July 2nd. Hey, that's my birthday. In the season, and I'll finish the season batting. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to read those. But I don't even know if that is that good. All right, so he had really good numbers over the course of 80 games. But so it just seems like he keeps getting into this revolving door of steroids, really. So so he was suspended for the entire season. Okay, yep. Sucks to be that guy, especially you're going to be sitting at home and you're not getting paid $15 million. And also, and this is with any sport, so it's just a gimme. That also hurts you with any type of endorsements that you signed. You sign any endorsements and then this shit comes out. They're going to be like, well, you're not getting paid from us either, buddy. That's a bad look for us. So yeah, that's a bad way to go out on a bad way to end your year early. So sucks to that guy.
Especially right when you got back from the same fucking thing.
Right. So oof, yeah, yep. Still in spring training. So yep, you fucked your year up before it started. So we will see Jurickson Profar next year. Let's see if he gets out of training camp next year. All right. Well, it is the time, our time, DIGGZ's time. It is DIGGZ's final cut, and this is going to be pretty obvious what we're doing today. But DIGGZ, go ahead, hit him with it.
Scream 7.
There we go. So, should we say spoiler alert in this part? This is kind of a spoiler alert section, right?
Yeah, spoiler alert.
spoiler alert here. Anyone that did not see Scream 7 and plans on going to see it, you might not want to be tuned into this section of the pod. We're just going to give you a heads up right now. We'll be talking about Scream 7, but we're also going to be talking about the other Screams before it. But yeah, we might be spoiling some shit for you. But all right, Diggs, let's get into it.
All right. Before we start getting into the main thing, you're an asshole.
Oh, this.
Yeah, this. You bust my balls so bad, make me feel guilty. You go and do the same thing.
Yeah, but I did it after you.
So if I jumped off a bridge, would you?
Well, no, because I went to the movies. I didn't jump. I'm not jumping off a bridge. I had a private date night with myself. I went to the fucking movie that night, saw it, so that way it didn't feel awkward when I went with you the next day. And hey, I still enjoyed it, and I actually told Sanchez this. I was like, you know what? Seeing it the second time, I noticed shit that I didn't notice the first time. So it was kind of good for me to go twice. There was
I was happy I went the second time because the first time I had a bunch of young girls just talking the whole time.
Well, I made the decision to go the first time so last minute that the only ticket I could get was like in the fucking front row. So my head was like this the whole fucking time. And you know, when you get that screen X fucking theater with the side shit, I was closer to one side, so like I had to turn all the way over here to like look at the other fucking screen. We both times he bought the tickets for us on Screen X too. Screen X is pretty cool because it like, have you ever been in those theaters, Sanchez? It's like they're on at certain scenes. So on certain scenes, the walls are also part of the scene. So you're seeing it gives you a little bit of an IMAX vibe, but not as big.
I want to go to a 4DX theater.
I mean, imagine seeing that movie in IMAX. That would have been fucking ridiculous. But
are they showing that at IMAX?
But yeah, I mean, yeah, I showed you the video. I mean, what was the caption again? Call me. My name is Tom because I am petty. Yep, I did that. But I am glad I got to see it twice because I did notice some things that I missed the first time.
Yeah.
So let's get into
it.
Oh, you want to see it a third time? Want to pay a total of fucking over $60 each to go see this fucking thing?
I'm doing my part to support. All right. Scream 7 made 97 million global opening weekend.
Yeah, crazy numbers. Crazy numbers for a franchise that's been around since the fucking mid-90s.
It's the highest grossing out of them all.
Yep, none of them have made this much money. And what do you think is the case of that? Because obviously Scream's a legendary franchise, but do you also think it's just the fact that like there's not that many horror movies out right now, and that kind of helps?
I think it's a lot of people like me and you are getting excited. Sydney's back. Gail's back.
Yep.
And it's almost like I don't know if you feel the same way, but it seems like they're rebooting it.
Well, that's what I knew was going to happen. Let me figure this out too. Look this up real quick. I know it's Jenny Ortega, but who was the other girl's name? Scream 6. What's that other girl's name?
I'm not positive.
Melissa Barrier. So it was her and Jenny Ortega who looked like they were going to be the new face of the franchise. They did Scream 5, they did Scream 6 together. And then it was announced right before this one got into production, that they weren't going to be a part of the franchise anymore. Both of them backed out. So I knew right from there that they were going to have to figure something out.
It was supposed to kill off them in Scream 7.
Who?
Jenny Ortega and
Yeah, I think that's cool that they weren't even in it because it gives them an opportunity to.
No, that's what the original script for Scream 7 is. They were supposed to get killed off.
Right, but I'm glad they didn't do that because, well, maybe that is that. So is that why they backed out?
I think money and
It was money.
Ortega just got too big.
I said he gave Scream 7 a 6.5. So, I mean, really, what I knew about this was, like you said, it's going to be a relaunch again. They got to try to find the new face of the franchise, how to connect it with the previous films. Now, who's going to take that mantle? So, obviously, you bring back Nev Campbell, reprise the Rose of Sydney. What do? You finally introduce her family that in Sydney's other appearances in the more recent films, you knew she had a family.
Yeah.
But they weren't ever in the film. They were never around the situation. So now you introduce them. You introduce us to the husband who after this film to me seems like he's the new Dewey. No?
Yeah.
What'd you think about that when you found out at the end he's alive? You know?
I was shocked.
He's the new Dewey, dude. Like,
yeah.
The only other fucking cop I ever saw get carved up like a kebab is this man right here and live. He got fucking stabbed in the first one. He got stabbed in the second one. Yo, Dewey took a beating before his final demise. And I just found it so ironic. Oh, Sydney's married to a cop. You know, and on top of that, he's the boss. He was what was he, the chief or sheriff or whatever the fuck he was? Yep. And then you're almost certain he's dead based on the amount of times he was stabbed. And nope, he's clinging on by a hair at the end of the film. And he must have been, in how many hours must he have been in that garage bleeding the fuck out? You know, that's typical Scream fashion of how that worked out. But yeah, to me, it revolves around
Sydney's daughter.
You can kind of see how she wanted to be respected. She wanted to be treated as if she could help the situation when it started to get bad. Then she got thrown into the situation herself. She thought she couldn't do it. She thought she couldn't fight for herself. And her mother had to talk her through how to shoot a gun, how to fend for herself. By the end of that movie, you had fucking Sydney and her daughter in the end looking for the killer like they were fucking Charlie's Angels with those guns. They were trying to fucking fuck them up, fuck that bitch up. So, yeah, overall, I did kind of see, you know, I can see why it wasn't. People wouldn't look at it as a great Scream, but I look at it like you say as a reboot.
I enjoyed it. I'll definitely throw it on again and watch it probably a few more times. Screams are kind of like that background noise for me.
They're just for me. They're just classics, like especially the original three for me.
Oh yeah,
I can just have them on at all times. And yeah, you're right. There won't be something you had to sit there and constantly watch because I almost have all those movies memorized in my head. But this one, I don't think it was the worst. I would disagree with that, but I liked it. I liked it overall. But you want to go deeper into your breakdown?
30 years after the original killing, Sidney Prescott is living a quiet life in Indiana with her husband Mark and her teenage daughter Tatum. When a new Ghostface killer appears targeting her daughter, Sidney is forced to confront her past again. The killer uses deepfake videos pretending to be a past murderer, Stu Marker to terrorize Sidney and to lure her into a trap. Eventually, it's revealed that the attacks are actually carried out by Sydney's neighbor Jessica and her accomplice Marco, who wants to recreate Tatum into that once made Sydney a final girl.
In the climax, Sydney and her daughter fight back, kill the attackers, ending the new Ghostface killing spree. A new Ghostface targets. Oh wait, what was that? Oh, okay, getting rid of that. Thanks. But yeah, I mean, it just seems like that's what it was. It was a launch for Sydney's daughter to become the new face of this franchise. Now what do we have to figure out going forward? We have to figure out who the supporting cast is, because Sydney always had a supporting cast with her in these movies. We didn't get much of a supporting cast. They did bring back the relatives of Randy,
the twins
that don't look anything alike. They brought them back. So you get two people that'll help there. Obviously, Sydney and Gail are still alive. So we'll see what happens with a Scream 8 and what direction they go in. But I do think if a Scream 8 comes out, Gail or Sydney's getting it. One of them's going.
They already said if Scream 7 does good in the box office,
which it did,
Scream 8 is already it's gonna happen.
Yep.
Scream 8, I would like to see Gail turn out to be the killer.
Really?
Just throw a giant twist into it.
Wow.
Sydney finally snaps.
Yeah, I don't know though. You make Sydney the killer and her daughter's the new fucking yeah, well, yeah. I mean, you're right, because they have one of the daughter's friends said that in the beginning of the movie, like said to her, like, if there's any woman that deserves to be crazy, it's your mother. And then it was a good point, because no one has been through more than fucking Sydney. But I don't know. I seeing Sydney as the murderer, that's fucking weird. The reason I really enjoyed this movie is they did a few new ways to introduce the killer on screen, and I was really falling in love that new way they were fading Ghostface, just
silhouettes.
You see the little silhouettes that just fading the face out of the darkness. They were doing some new ways to just kind of show Ghostface, and I was really digging that. Do I find that stuff scary? No, but I find the imagery just badass. That's what I liked about it. You know what I mean?
It was one of the most goriest screams.
I noticed though they started doing that a few screams ago. I think 5 really started them amping up the gore in this series, because you think about the amount of gore you saw in the first 3 films were really, not that much. Like they wanted to play tricks with you so you would kind of imagine the gore, so they didn't really have to show you in the first 3 films.
Yeah.
And I also think they in that time period, movies were trying to go a little bit more realistic. I mean, there's a shot from Scream 3. I think that was the first time they ever introduced Ghostface trying to kill people with explosives, or gas or whatever. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, especially in 1 and 2, anytime anyone was stabbed or their throat was slit, it was very basic imagery. But the most ridiculous but funniest death in the history of the franchise happened in Scream 7. And
it's the way you would go out.
It was literally one kid getting killed at a bar. Ghostface was there killing everybody at this bar. They were all the main suspects of who could be Ghostface. So you figure, all right, who's left standing after this? You kind of can figure out who's going to be the killer. And they're all getting killed. But this one specific kid who was, up to a certain point, probably most people thought this was the killer. He gets killed, in the most fucking absurd way ever in the history of anyone getting killed in the franchise. They're behind the bar. The kid's already been stabbed. He's getting picked off the ground. He could have just killed him on the floor. Fucking Ghostface gets superhuman strength, picks this fucking kid up, and then there's a fucking beer tap behind the bar. And the beer tap just happens to be the sharpest looking fucking beer tap in the history of beer taps. He picks the kid up, drops his skull on this sharp beer tap all the way down, and then pulls his head back. Beer comes out of his fucking mouth.
Did he pull his head back? I thought just gravity.
I can't remember. Yeah, the gravity. I can't quite remember, but it was the most ridiculous but funniest fucking thing I think I've ever seen in this franchise, and it shows they're going over the top of the gore because that one was just okay. That one you could have went without, but I really think that the producers and the directors were trying to get a laugh out of that. So I don't know.
They got it.
Yeah, they definitely got it. So
you know how they had Stu's house in the beginning?
Yeah,
apparently in California you can actually rent it out. A Stu Market experience.
Really?
It's almost like that.
That's
like $418 a night.
It's what? $1,800?
$418.
Oh, $418 a night. That's actually not that bad.
Want to take a trip to Cali?
I'm going back to Kelly. I was about to look this up now. I was looking up because you brought up that opening scene. I'm trying to think of what's his name. I saw because I thought it was cool that he was in this movie. What the fuck? He's not even listed on here because he's not a main character. The dude from the beginning of the film. What the fuck's his name? He's a fucking YouTuber. Jimmy Tatro. Jimmy Tatro is in this film. Fucking former YouTuber, and he's been trying to convert to acting for years. And I know he's done some like small time, like privately funded stuff, and he did some like internet TV. But I found it astonishing that he was in this film. I was like, oh shit, this guy finally got an actual role. And you know, whether you're the first to die in a Scream or whatever, it's a real major franchise. It's a real major film. So, hat off to former YouTuber Jimmy Tatro, finally breaking the barrier and getting into a major film. That's pretty crazy, man. Going, started from the bottom. Now he's here. So we'll see where his acting career goes. I thought he was pretty funny in that opening scene. But you knew from the get go, like, yeah, this kid's dead.
Oh yeah. It's sad to watch them burn down the house.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was sad. Yeah, that was sad. Tosh said I wouldn't mind getting killed by Ghostface. Yeah, fuck. Who wouldn't be willing to be in the film and be a victim of Ghostface? Come on. Fuck yeah.
It's all those bringing thirst traps now. People in the Ghostface mask.
Yep. So, all right. Is it time for Killer Keep?
Yes, sir.
So,
Cindy Prescott. Oh, sorry.
You want me to read them and you answer?
Doesn't matter. We both can answer.
Well, we'll do, because we got a long list here. So we'll do Scream 7 first, and I'll just read them off to you and you answer, and then we'll switch it up when we get to the series. Killer Keep. Sidney Prescott returning.
Keep. It's the heart of the franchise is back.
All right. Killer Keep. Kevin Williamson directing.
Original voice returns. Keep.
I also loved, like I said earlier, the imagery, the way they kind of showcased Ghostface this time around. I loved it. So yeah, I'll keep him too. Behind the scenes drama.
It's every movie has some type of drama behind the scenes.
Yep.
Well, because it's unnecessary drama, could hurt the franchise, could hurt pockets, kill it.
Tosh said bring Stu back. Tosh, the fact that they teased that Stu was back in this one pissed me off because everyone knew he was fucking dead after the first film. So the fact
But he's alive in our hearts.
yeah, I mean, yeah, love the character, love the fact that they try to tease you with him being back, but I didn't like that aspect at all. So do not. I would definitely kill what you just said. I would not bring him back. Do you feel like there's a franchise fatigue risk, or do you feel like this reincarnated the franchise for a few more films?
I think you would get at least one more.
Yeah.
Depending on how they take that story. If they drop the ball on that, it's dead.
Yeah.
But I can also see it turning into a nice franchise. You got to mix it up a little bit, but I think they can reboot it, have a good run. How about you?
I think you're right. I think it really depends on what they're going to do with the eighth one, and I also think Ortega and Barrera, they might rethink coming back to the film now that they saw how well this one did in the box office.
Could they come back as the killers?
There you go. Who the fuck knows? Who the fuck knows? You got some killers for the next one. There you go.
That'd be a good battle. See them go against Sidney and Tatum.
Yep. That'd be crazy. Let's just go right to the final call for this.
I'm gonna say keep.
It's the whole film, right?
Yeah, it's the whole film. I'm gonna go keep. It delivers the nostalgia, the smart writing. It could be a strong rebound. Expectations are high, and I think it's already had something to prove, and it's proved it.
Yeah, numbers don't lie. All right, and to finally wrap everything up, Scream series, Killer Keep. We'll start with the first Scream.
Keep.
I agree. It's the original. It's the OG. You
You
don't get the 7 without 1. That's just how it is.
Scream 2.
Literally what you wrote here. And I totally agree with this statement. It is one of the best horror sequels ever made. There's a lot of times horror movies make a sequel and it's nowhere good as the original. Some people will even argue that Scream 2 is better than the original. But yeah, Scream 2 absolutely killed it for a sequel. I put the first one a little bit above it because it's still OG, but I love Scream 2. I fucking loved it from start to finish. The order of everyone dying and the spin at the end with Billy's mother being the killer. That it was something no one was going to predict.
No.
You know what I mean? Because it was a character that was just briefly spoke about in the first one, but it made sense once they put it all in. So, Scream 3.
Kill.
Now, so I want to ask you this because we get in this debate all the time. Is Scream 3 legitimately your least favorite Scream?
It's down there, but I still love all of them.
Right. I just don't see. All right. So we'll just continue. We'll go back to this. All right. Scream 4.
Keep.
Why?
It's underrated. Why? You want to kill it?
I fucking hate Scream 4. It's my least favorite Scream. It's like right now, your least favorite is 3. My least favorite's 4. We're opposite on those two. All right. Scream, which would later become Scream 5.
Keep.
Yeah, I thought it was a slow, but yeah, a start to build it with the Ortega regime taking over. But
it had some flaws.
It had some flaws. We didn't know. That's when, and then that's really when the Gore got amped up. So it was also trying to get used to that because you're like, all right, this is the 5th Scream, and I've never seen this much gore in these films. So you had to kind of had to get used to that. And then now we're at the 7, and they're still kind of being that gory, and you're like, okay, whatever, you know.
That's what it is.
Yeah. So I would keep 5, and then 6, the murders in, was it Manhattan?
Yeah.
I'd keep 2. I like the fact that they finally went to, Scream 6 to me was like fucking Jason in fucking New York. You know what I mean? Remember that one? Where Jason went and fucking killed everybody in fucking New York? That's what I thought about when they did Scream in New York. I was like, okay, they just wanted to put a killer like this in a big city that you've never seen Ghostface in a big city like that. So it was a really cool dynamic. I liked 6. And then we already kind of said 7 that we're keeping. We're betting on it. We're hoping they can kind of take the momentum they got with this one and ride it out. So final wrap. Go ahead. Say your bullshit.
6 keeps, 1 kill. Scream 3, you're out.
So fuck you. Fuck you. I say Scream 3 stays and Scream 4 can suck a dick. But
yeah, but Scream 3 needs to go just because it pisses you off.
I just don't see why you didn't like Scream 3. You never really explained to me why you didn't like it.
Oh, I like it. I just like the fact that it pisses you off. That's
bullshit. You wrote this list before I even told you it pissed me off. So fuck you and answer the question.
No, because we've had conversations about how the original 3 are not going to be anything. I can't put 1 or 2 down. Scream 3 is the goofiest out of them. Because they had the B level actors doing stab. Is that why you think they're goofy? I mean, they were a little goofy, but as far as the story of who the killer was, I thought that was a good twist. I said, at the end of the day, I'll keep all. All right, he's avoiding the confrontation. Whatever. We'll just move it. The reason I didn't like Scream 4 was because it was over a decade since the 3rd one, and I don't know. I just felt like we were going all over the place with that one. They had the fucking kids live streaming everything, and like I don't know. Scream 4 just kind of, even if you look at the entire franchise, I just think Scream 4 doesn't fit in my opinion. But whatever. That's just my take on it. But Scream 4 had Hayden Panettiere. I don't give a fuck who had in it. I just think it was a wacky fucking way to do that film. You leave Kirby alone. Yeah. I don't understand how the school little kids just walk around streaming everything all day. That's what I'm saying. Right. This kid's IRL streaming in high school. What the fuck? What school's allowing that? Come on. I want to know what the hell he's. And then there's a mass murderer going around, and you want to keep streaming. That's when you knew something was up. You're like, this guy's tapped. So, to be fair, if you were about live streaming back then, I could see you doing it. I don't even know if live streaming was really possible. At that time. Nowadays, if you're in high school, I can see you live streaming. What do you mean? Walking around with your phone? I don't think so. I don't even IRL stream now. So what the fuck? I like to sit here in front of the camera in my little safe space. That's what I do. Okay? That's what I do. All right, Diggs, let's wrap it up here. You got any final thoughts on the Scream series, Scream 7, anything you want to follow up with that might not be? I'm just happy it was a good movie. A little pissed at how they did Stu, but kind of knew he wasn't going to come back the way everybody was thinking. All in all, man, not one bad film in the whole series. Agree to disagree, but all right. All right, listen. Fuck your Scream 3.
Fuck 4, bro. Fuck 4. All right. We're going to wrap it up here, guys. Appreciate everybody that was in chat. Toshio. Let's see. Let me scroll up here. Toshio's been talking a while. For a guy that didn't want to be in the podcast today, he was in chat the whole time. Shout out Toshio. Shout out Kick and Wing. Shout out From the Dungeon. Zyloni Patrol. Did I say that right? Okay. Yeah, shout out everybody else that was in chat. We appreciate everybody that was here supporting. Thank you so much. I am the Only JM. You can follow me on all socials at the Only JM, one word. Digz, where can they find you?
Find me on all socials at Digz401 and on YouTube at Digz and Kids.
On YouTube. Yep. Make sure you follow everything Clean Sanchez Media. Make sure you're here at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning for Morning Rips with Sanchez and Gio.
Have a good night, kicking.
And yeah, everyone have a great night. Also, Saturday, 7 p.m., BRVG. Make sure you check them out then. And then Mondays, 7 p.m., DD214. Make sure you check out all the Clean Sanchez Media podcasts. And we will be back next Thursday right here, 9 p.m. Have a great week. We will see you next time. Peace.
Peace. Later, homies.
Yeah. From the backyard to the turnbuckle flips. New England kids now they're running the